everyone, I'm Rincey and this is Rincey Reads. So Bout of Books 8.0 starts next week and I am going to be participating. I took part in the Bout of Books read-a-thon last time in May and you guys can check out my wrap-up for that in case you guys are interested in seeing that. I'll leave a link to that down below. But I had a lot of fun doing the Bout of Books read-a-thon. That one was my first read-a-thon ever, and so I feel like I should partake in as many of them as possible because they are always just a lot of fun. Now, I'm not someone who likes to make a strict TBR because that never really works out quite well for me. So the one goal I'm going to make for myself is to read 150 pages a day, which is going to be a bit of a stretch for me because recently I haven't really been reading as much every single day as I would like. Usually I'm averaging around 50 pages a day, which isn't bad at all, but it's nothing amazing, so I kind of want to push myself for the read-a-thon and get through 150 pages on average. So I want to try to get to 1,050 pages by the end of the week. The other goal I'm going to try to shoot for is to read a minimum of 3 books, with at least 2 of those being actual books and one of those can be a graphic novel. Now I have gone through sort of my piles of books and tried to pick out things that I think I might be in the mood to read, as well as being relatively short or quick and easy reads. One thing about doing a read-a-thon that I've realized is that I don't want to be reading anything that is super dense or super thick. Not that I have a problem with those books, but they don't really work for a read-a-thon because it makes you feel like you are going super slow. The first book that I'm going to try to read is Friday Night Lights by H.G. Bissinger. This is a story about a high school football team in Texas. I haven't seen the movie, but I have watched the television show and it's amazing. And I've been wanting to read the book for a while, and with football season starting up in a couple of weeks, well, I mean, preseason's already started, but you know, regular season will be starting in a couple of weeks. I figured this might be a good book to read to get me into the mood. And then the other books that I think I'm going to read for sure are Persepolis 1 and 2, which if you guys have seen when I've hauled these videos, I've said before that I've read the first one, but I haven't read the second one yet, so this is going to be a reread. But I've kind of forgotten significant things that have happened in this book, so it will kind of be like a fresh read, but I feel like throwing in some graphic novels will be good for me because it'll help me in case I feel like I'm reading relatively slow. Everything else that I am going to be showing you guys are all basically just maybes that I will read if I finish those other books. I don't really know what I'm going to end up picking up, but these are kind of what I feel like I'm in the mood for, as well as just some of the shorter reads that I own. First is In the Woods by Tana French. I own this as well as the likeness, and I've heard nothing but good things about Tana French, and I feel like I'm in the mood for a mystery maybe, but this one is a little bit longer. So I don't know if you've read this book. Let me know if it's a fast read or a slow read, because if it's a slower read, then I might just save this one for after Bout of Books. Then there is The Reluctant Fundamentalist by Mohsin Hamid, which is a short book, and it also has pretty big font. So I feel like this one will be a pretty fast read. I read How to Get Filthy Rich in Rising Asia earlier this year. I'll leave a link to that review down below in case you're interested, but that one I read in like a day, so I feel like this one I could read in like a day and have no problem. So this one will probably be one of the first ones I read just because it'll be quick and it'll make me feel good about myself. Then there is I Am the Messenger by Marcus Zusak, which again is a pretty short read. His book, The Book Thief, took me a little bit longer than most young adult books to read, so I don't know if I'm going to read this one or not, but I wanted to pick up a couple of young adult books just because those are easier for me to go through in general. But if you've read I Am the Messenger, let me know how the pacing is for this one compared to, say, The Book Thief. And then another possible one that I think I will read is The Vampire Academy by Rochelle Mead. This one I picked up during the genre book swap earlier this year, and I haven't read it yet, which I feel kind of bad about, but I do want to give it a chance, and it's, you know, young adult, and I feel like this one will be pretty action-packed. So yeah, those are the books that I am going to try to read during the next week. If you've read any of these books, please leave some comments down below letting me know what you guys thought of them and if you think they'd be good for a read-a-thon. If you are participating in Bout of Books, definitely leave a comment down below because I want to try to follow other people who are participating in the Bout of Books read-a-thon. So yeah, that's all I have for now, and thanks for watching.